So we just did this one. We simplify a functions and make sure your answer has no negative exponents. We forgot to record it. So first we reduce the number. Both of them can be divided by 2 and 2 again, meaning both of them can be divided by 4, right? And then x, we have a bigger number at the bottom, so we end up with x at the bottom. If you get rid of 2 and 2's, you will end up with x to the 8 at the bottom. For the y part, y has a bigger number on top, so if you get rid of 3 for bottom and top, you will end up with y to the 12 on the top. Are we okay with that? Okay, I want you to try the next one on your own and give me the answer. We're going to have 40 and 5 here, x negative 3, so it's a little bit different, right? 6, and then y to the 5th, y to the negative 12. And anytime if we see a negative exponent, how do we change it to positive?
Flip the sign. I'm at the sign, you flip there, I'm trying to say there, Marlon.
He's flipping something. What are you flipping? So this x cubed go where?
At the bottom.
Become x to the
there.
Positive, and then this one go
To the top.
become
Y.
positive 2, right? Okay, you flip them and then they become positive. And now you can reduce, right? Go ahead and reduce that for me. Okay, both of them can be reduced by what number? 5 times 8 on top, 5 times 1, right? And we don't really have to write a 1, but if you want to, that's fine. And then we are going to end up with x to the what? 9, same base multiplying, we add the exponents, right? X to the 9 at the bottom. And then on top we have y to the 7, because same base multiply, you add the exponents, right? Okay, so basically, if you don't write a 1, that's okay. That's the answer, right? Okay, any question for this one? We are going to move on to number 3. 6x to the 5th, y to the 0 power, negative 3. So again, we have a negative exponent, so what do we do? Okay, how do you flip something like that? How do I change this to positive exponents? Like it's kind of have a over 1, right? So when you flip it, it becomes what? Over this whole thing, and then the exponents become positive. Okay, so now what do we do when we have an exponent outside like that? Say if you have a 5 to the 2nd power and then you have a 3 here, what do I do? You add in this situation. How about in this situation?
Multiply.
Yeah, you have power over power, you multiply the exponent, so it's 5, 2 times 3 here, right? So it's 5 to the 6th power, which I have no idea what that is. 5 to the 6th power is what? 15625. So just to be sure, if we have x to the 2nd power and then 3 here, then we will have what? X to the 6, because it's like x squared, x squared, x squared, right? So you have 2, 4, 6, right? This one, same thing. Everybody is going to get a cube because you multiply it inside there, right? 6 would get a cube, x to the 5th will get a cube, and y to the 0 would get a cube. That would give me what? 216, okay. And then x to the 3, 5 times 3 is 15, I heard, and then y to the 0. Anything raised to 0 power is going to be what? 0 power is times 1 here, don't forget, okay? It's going to be just this. So this is going to need some practice, okay? Because we haven't done for a little bit, you have to review those exponents rule. Okay, let's do another one. 4, 2x to the 6th, y to the 5th power square times 3x negative 2, y to the 4, 3. So what should I do first?
Do the first set of parentheses.
Okay, do the first set of parentheses. When you have a power outside, what do I do with the 2?
Distribute.
Distribute to each one of them, okay? 2 will get a 2. X to the 6 will get a 2. Y to the 5th will get a 2. And then for the second one, we have 3 what? Cube. And then x to the negative 2 need to get cube. And y to the 4 need to get cube. Now, this 2 square is what? 4, x to the 12, y to the 10, and then 3 cube is 3 times 3 times 3, 27, x to the negative 6, y to the 12. Okay? Can I do it in a little bit? Can I just combine all of them first? I mean, yours is not wrong. I can check with your answer. So, but these two multiplied together, what do we get?
108.
108. And then what do I do with these two? Same base multiplying. What do I do with the exponents? Yeah, it's addition, but this is negative, so you say subtract is okay also. It's like a 12 adding a negative 6, right? And then we have y doing what? 10 plus 12. Okay, so that will give me 108. X to the 12 plus a negative 6 is just 6 because it's like 12 minus 6, right? And then y to the 22, yes. So I did that because I don't want to flip it and then I have to reduce. So sometimes it can cancel out the negative exponents. But either way, you should come up with the same answer. So just to be sure, if we have this, I want you to write down what you think they are. This is 2, this is 3, and then we have a 2 and then a third power. So write down what you think they're supposed to be. First one is
5x5.
x2 plus 3, so it's x to the 5th power because we have 2 and 3 more, right? And the next one would be x to the 6 because it's 2 times 3, right? So this is 2, 2, and 2 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So a lot of students get these two mixed up a lot, okay? The next one, we're going to find distance. This is just plugging into the formula. If you are careful, that would be a good question to get points. They will give you a bunch of formula, and you need to find the ones that with d equal to. That would mean distance, right? The distance formula say x2 minus x1 square plus y2 minus y1 square. So I need you to help me to label. The first point is what?
X1,
And?
Y1,
Good.
X2,
Uh-huh.
and Y2.
Yes, so each point have x and y, right? If this is 1, both of them are 1. Okay, now help me to plug it in also. Uh-huh. Okay, between them we have
Minus,
and then use a square here, right? Adding. Okay, between them we have,
minus.
okay, and then square, right? Okay, see if you can find the answer for me. The first parenthesis we have what? Negative 3, negative 5.
8,
Not 8, but
-8.
negative 8. How did you get 9?
Well, because I distributed the 2 first.
No, you cannot. You cannot distribute when there's add and subtract in between. You have to combine them. Like you distribute like here because they're all multiplying together. So you everything get a 2. But this is order of operation. You have to do parentheses before exponents. So negative 3 minus 5 is a negative 8, need to be square. Plus, what do we have here? 6 minus a negative 2 is, negative times negative is positive, so it means 6 plus 2 is 8 also. So negative 8 squared is negative positive 64. And then 2 plus 8, so you have the 8 squared again, so it's going to be 64 plus 64 is going to give me 128. So I'm going to see 128 can be broken down a little bit. 128 can be 2 times what? 64, and then 2 times, can I just do 8 times 8? Because otherwise it's going to be very long. And then 2 times 4, 2 times 2, there's a lot of 2 here. 2 times 4, 2 times 2. How many 2? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Be careful, okay? So if you have 7 of this, how many can get out? This doesn't have a root number, meaning what kind of root? Square root mean I need how many as a group to get out? 2. So I have one group here, one group here, one group here, right? Outside, like you say, have 3. 2 times 2 times 2. Inside we have
2.
Square root of 2. So the final answer should be 8 square root of 2. So be very, very careful. After you plug it in, it's order of operation. Get the parenthesis part first, square, combine them, take square root. We will have a question about distance. There is another question about midpoints. When you do questions like this,
Are the formulas going to be on the test?
yes, there's going to be a bunch of formula. You need to identify the correct one. And for the distant one, you found the one say D equal to. Okay, and the midpoint, I'm going to have 5, -2, and -3, 6. So for the midpoint formula, it's going to look like a point, right? So the formula look like this: x1 plus x2 divided by 2, y1 plus y2 divided by 2. Hopefully you can tell this look like a point. So this is the midpoint formula. This 5 is your
X1
uh-huh.
is y1 -2.
Uh-huh.
And x2 is -3 and y2 is 6.
Okay, so help me to plug it in.
That was 5
Uh-huh.
plus -3
Uh-huh.
and over 2.
Yes.
And then you do -2 plus 6
Uh-huh.
over 2.
All right, got it. All right, so what do I get on top of the first point?
2.
Yeah, 5 minus 3 is 2 over 2 here. And then the second part,
4.
4 over 2. So after you simplify, we're going to get
1
and 2. So look at the midpoint and distance again. Are we okay with those? Taking up the correct formula and plugging it in. I want you to get those points. Okay, the next one, we use radical notations to rewrite them, and then you simplify. So just want to make sure you know what to do when you have x raised to -1 or x raised to 1/2. They can turn into something else. What are they? If I want to rewrite this without the negative, it will become what? When you have a negative exponent, how do I write that as positive exponents? First one. What's on top? 1 over. If I don't want the exponents, what would that turn into? This is your root number. How do I write that?
Oh, 9.
Square root of
2.
x go where? Inside. Where does the 2 go? 2 here?
No, on the square root on
The root number. So remember file power? That's your root number. This is the power. Okay, one more. If x is 2 over 5, then it will turn into what?
the square root
The root.
5
5 go where?
on the outside.
The root number is 5. And then inside
X
to the, okay, because this is the power part, right? This is the root part, right? Are we okay? So now they want you to simplify 21x to the 12th power raised to 1/3. Okay, what is the 1/3 power? Can you change that basing on something like that? How do I change the 1/3?
X, right? Wait for the square root, right?
The root, okay. What kind of root? What is the root number?
U,
The third, this is your root number. Inside we have
X.
just x,
I mean, yes,
21, okay. X to the,
12.
Okay. So I need to take keyword. So keyword mean how many as a group do I need? 3. 21 can be broken down as times. Okay, can I get anything out? No. Okay, it's 21 stay. But how about a 12?
You can get out 4.
Yeah, so if you list them out, you can get out 4. You can think about 12 divided by 3 is 4, right? So x to the 4 go outside, and inside we still have keyword of 21. Like that. And if you want to list them out, you can. Like 21, basically you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't know why this is 4 as a group. Anyway, so you will have 3 as a group, 3 as a group, 3 as a group, 3 as a group, right? So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, keyword 21. That's why we get that, right? You need to know the first step. That's the part that it seems to be tricky for students. They see this, they don't know what to do. So it's the 1/3 power. You have to change it to the root. Okay, that's what they try to tell you. Change it to radical notation. That's what that means. All right. Another question we're gonna have is going to be simplified. 5 square root of 20x minus 7 square root of 45x plus 25x. So this type of question, first you need to simplify the roots and then combine like term. What makes something like term like this? They need to have the same type of root. If it's square root, they all need to be square root. If cube root, they all need to be cube root to add, and then same stuff inside. So if this is 2x, everybody need to be 2x. If it's 3x squared, everybody need to be 3x squared inside. All right, so let's look at this. Can we simplify 20x? 20 can be 5 and 4, 2 and 2. Okay, so we're going to have 5 inside. We have 2, 2, 5. 2, 2, 5, x. 45 can be, you end with 5. 5 times what?
9.
5 times 9, and then
3 times 3.
3 times 3. Okay, so don't rush it, just do it slowly. So we have 3 times 5. Okay, 25 is what? 5 times 5 and x. So first one, we can pull out what?
2.
A 2. We have 5 times 2. Inside we have
5x.
5x. Second one,
3.
pull out the 3. 7 times 3. Inside we have
5x.
Oh, I'm missing an x. Okay, sorry. 5x. It's good to check. Because they look like lighter, but not. Okay, last one.
5 on the outside and x
5 in the outside. Inside we have what?
x squared.
Why did you have square?
Not squared, I mean square root.
A square root of x. Okay, alright, got it. That means the first term is what? 10 square root of 5x. Second one?
21.
Minus 21 square root of 5x. Last one? Plus 5. Any like terms?
Yes.
Which one?
5x. Or square root of 5x.
Square root of 5x. Okay, so they have the same roots, same stuff inside, right? But not this guy. So leave this guy alone. Combine these two, we're gonna get.
Like subtract the other, or you're just saying combine the.
This is like 10 apple, subtract 21 apple. Negative 11 square root of 5x. So this is like apple or x or something. You don't change them. Plus 5 square root of x. What you will do is you're treating them 10x minus 21x plus 5y or something. So this would be negative 11 just x. You don't change that part at all. That is your answer for that. So simplify each root. If they have like term, meaning same kind of roots, same stuff inside, you can combine like term. Okay, now we're moving on to major quiz 4. Hopefully you still remember some of that, but completing the square still have some issues. Major quiz 4. Well, first one is rationalize denominator. 1 square root of 6 over 5. 2, 5 cube root of 3. How do I do the first one? What do I need to multiply? What does rationalize mean?
You said multiply, right?
Uh-huh.
It would be
So we break them into two, which we allow. What are we multiplying? At the bottom?
5.
Just 5? Square root of 5, so they will have a pair, they can get out, right? On top, square root of 5. You cannot multiply square root of 6. We multiply this and it's legal because if we reduce it, this becomes 1. It's like we're not changing the question. But if you put a square root of 6, that's not a 1. You're multiplying extra stuff. Okay, so when you have square root of 5 at the bottom, it will turn into, okay, which is just 5. On the top, we have 6 times 5 is 30. Okay, 30 is 6 times 5 or 2 times 3 times 5. Can I bring anything out? No. Can I reduce this?
Oh,
One is under the root, one is not, right? So they're not like terms, no reducing, okay? What do I do with the second one? What do we need to multiply? Just 3?
Cube.
Cube root of 3? Is that going to be enough?
Same on top and bottom.
Okay, what would I have now?
you have 3 times 3.
Okay, why do I need 3 times 3? Why do I need 2, 3?
Why would you need 2 3?
Like you say, put another 3 here, right? Why?
Because you won't be able to get it out at the bottom.
Yes, because I need 3 as a group, right? And I only have 2. So this is a cube root. If I multiply just 1, I only have 2. It's not enough to 3 as a group to get out, right? So that's why he said 2. And whatever you multiply at the bottom, you do the same on top. So you can cancel this as a 1, right? So now what do we have at the bottom?
Just a 3.
Just a 3 because now you have 3 as a group, right? On top you have
5 cubed root of 9.
like that. Can I reduce this?
No.
Can I?
No.
Think really hard. Can I reduce it? Why not? That one is under the root, this one is not, right? So be extra careful. Are we okay with these two questions? They're relatively short, but you do need to remember how to do it. Number 3, for major quiz 4, we have a cube root x plus 5 plus a 4 equal to 3. First, I need to do what?
Move the 4 over.
Yeah, we need to isolate the root, right? So move the 4 to the other side by doing what? Subtract 4 both sides. Now we have a cube root equal to stuff. Equal to what?
Negative.
Okay, and then we do what to get rid of the root?
The parentheses to the power of 3.
Okay, so that's cubing this side. We cancel this, right? Whatever you do here, you do the same here. Okay. Now cube root and cube cancel each other. On the left, we have
X plus 5.
x plus 5 equal to -1 times -1 times -1 is -1 times -1 times -1 is -1. If you're not sure, put it in the calculator, but make sure you put a parenthesis there, okay? And then what?
Isolate the x, so negative, or subtract 5 from both sides.
Subtract 5 both sides, x equal to
Negative 6.
-6. Alright, so this one you will have to check it. And we have cube root inside, x plus a 5 minus 4 outside. Does it equal to 3? We plug in what? -6 plus the 5 is?
-1.
-1, okay. -4 outside equal to 3. I'm sorry, this is plus 4. I don't know why -4. Okay, so -1 cube root is what? Because you can put 3 of those inside, right? You can have -1 times -1 times -1, right? So you will pull a -1 out. -1 plus 4 is 3. 3 equal to 3. So I check. Sorry, running out of proof. Okay, the next part is like completing the square, and which you guys didn't do as well as I hope. So let's look at this again. If we have x squared plus a 22x plus something, how do I do completing the square? B over 2 perfect square. So for this particular questions, what would that term be? 22 over 2 perfect square. So you got x squared plus 22x plus that. What is 22 over 2? 11. So I'm going to say x squared plus 22x plus 11 perfect square. When we form the perfect square, what do we pull out? X go down, plus go down, 11 go down. Are we okay? I think some of the problem is that when it's a negative number, you guys have a hard time with it. The term added, so this is the factor form that they want. What is the term added?
That would be 121.
Because it's 11 squared, right? Equal to 121. Is it okay?
And you said for these, what you did right there was basically like a trick, right? Because you pull down the x, pull down the plus, then pull down the 11. But you could do AAC method, right? Okay.
Yes.
Because I was doing AC method.
Yeah,
But I was just making sure that.
But if it's a fraction, you're going to have a problem. Like if it's not 11, if it's like 3 over 4 or something, you're going to have a hard time with that. Yeah. So if it's a subtraction one, you guys seem to have a problem. X squared minus, say, 6x plus a blank one. Then we need to figure out what's added in it and what is the factor. We are adding the term which is negative 6 what? Over 2 square. If I clean that up just slightly, because it's square, so this will turn into positive. Positive 6 over 2 is 3 square. Is it okay? 3 square. And we form the perfect square. It's going to have what? Minus 3, because it's going to be this term, this side, and this number, right? When this number is still going to be in the square form. And what term did we add it there? Which is 9. Okay, so add a 9 here, add a 121 here. Okay, another one would be just a completing the square kind of questions. Solve by completing the square. If we have x squared minus 10x equal to negative 16. For that kind of question, we need to make sure it's in the order. Ax squared plus bx plus c equal to 0 form, and we want the leading coefficient is 1. The constant go to the right hand side, and then you add b divided by 2 perfect square both sides, right? Those are the steps. Are they in order? It's supposed to have this, right? But later on I want the constant on the other side, so they're trying to help you actually. They already tried to, but the leading coefficient is 1. And they already moved the number to the other side, so they try to like, okay, this is okay, this is okay, this is okay. So you can just like add a term both sides to complete the square, basically. So if we do that, what is the term? Adding. It's supposed to be negative, right? Negative 10 over 2 square, but because of the square, this always will become positive, basically. So you're adding 10 over 2 perfect square is okay. And what is 10 over 2? 5. Become x squared minus 10x plus basically a 5 perfect square. And then on the other side, we have a negative 16 plus 5 perfect square, right? Now we can finish the perfect square part, which is what? What do I pull down? X minus 5 perfect square. On the other side, we have negative 16 plus, which is 9. Okay, finish that part for me, please. And then once we get to here, what do we do to solve it? Take square with both sides, so the right hand side will come with what? Here. Yes. X minus 5 perfect square, 9 here. Square and square would do what to each other? Cancel. So you just have equal to plus minus. Square root of 9 is
Three.
3, okay? One more step.
And
Add 5. We got x equal to 5 plus minus 3. We cannot leave it like that. We finish that by doing what? One is 5 plus 3, 5 minus 3. So one is, and the other one is 2. All right. Okay, look at this again and see if you can do it. Have any question before we move on? For the next one, when we see questions like this, make sure you factor the top, factor at the bottom before you reduce it, okay? Very important. If we try to factor the top parts, what do they have in common? 5, x, okay, x,
right?
okay,
Oh,
5.
wait, is that 25 or 15?
It's a 25.
Oh, 5.
Okay. Anything else?
No.
Okay. At the bottom?
3. X.
Parentheses.
And then 5. Plus.
All right. I do that because you guys leave it blank all the time. What can I cancel out?
The x bar. X plus 1.
And no answer?
5x.
Everybody got it? Make sure you factor first before you do anything else. All right, the next one we are still simplifying x squared minus 4, 3x plus 6 divided by x squared minus x minus 2, x squared minus 1. When I see divisions, I need to do what? Multiply and then which one? First term, second term.
Second term.
Flip the second term only, okay? So the first term stay the same. X squared minus 4, 3x plus 6. This is what on top? X squared minus 1. X squared minus x minus 2. Same deal, right? You have to factor each part. First fraction, top part, we can factor it as,
Or x minus 2, x plus 2.
because this is x perfect square minus, not 4 square, but 2 perfect square, right? So it's going to be x plus 2, x minus 2. Everybody okay? The common mistake is people say x plus 4, x minus 4. It's going to be 2 because this is 2 square. All right, bottom part we can pull out 3 times x plus 2. Be careful. On the other side, on top we have, is it different of 2 square?
Yeah.
Is x perfect square minus what perfect square? So it will break into, are we okay with that? Okay, at the bottom it's an AC method, but I think we can do a shortcut. What times what is x squared? X times x, what times what is 2? That's not many choices. Okay, 1 and 2 here. But I need to play with the sign, so I will end up with a negative x. Plus 1, right? Let's double check. X times x, x squared. 1 times negative 2 is negative 2. Outside we have subtracting 2x. Adding 1x is minus 1x. And you can see this is negative, so the big number should be negative. Okay? But we should double check it. What can I cancel?
On this side,
X minus what?
2.
X minus 1.
Okay, can I cancel x minus 1? I don't have it at the bottom. What's matching top and bottom?
X plus 2.
X plus 2. Yes, we can do that.
X minus 2.
X minus 2, we can do that. Anything else?
X minus 1.
X plus
With
1.
what?
Is that not a plus at the bottom? I mean, a minus at the bottom? Oh, okay, it's x plus 1, my fault.
All right. So what's going to end up on top?
X minus 1.
At the bottom?
3.
Alright. So division, change to multiplication, flip the second term, factor each part, cancel top and bottom. Are we okay? Alright, this is a multiplication question. So we're gonna need to factor each part, but do we need to flip this one? Do we flip the second term? No. Multiply, you don't. Top part is x squared minus 25. We can factor it as x plus 5, x minus 5, because this guy is 5 squared, right? And over here on top, we can pull out a 3 times. Okay, got it. And then at the bottom, it looks like going to be what kind of factoring? AC. What times what is x squared? X and x. How about 15? And the difference between them is 2. What we multiply to 15? Say it again. 3 and 5. Look good. And how about the sign? The middle guy is a positive, so who will get a positive sign? Add 5 minus 3. We'll double check it, okay? X times x is the first term, right? Negative 3 times 5 is the last term, right? Outside we have what? If these two multiply together, outside have 5x, inside together is positive 2x, right? Okay, that's right. So let's do the same thing on this side. A little bit different, be careful. So still x times x, right? Still 3 times 5, right? But this time I have a negative 2. Then which one would be negative? Negative 5 plus 3, let's double check. X squared, negative 15 minus 5x plus 3x is going to be negative 2x. That works. Once we factor it, then we want to see what can we cancel out. X minus 5, x plus 5, x plus 3. So we will end up with 3 on top. Bottom we have x minus 3. Are we okay? All right. Very last questions, and I'm going to ask you to do the cost evaluations. This is the interest rate questions. If you have $2,000 at 3% compounded, one is monthly, one is continuously. This is want to find the money in 4 years. We have two formula. One is A equal to P1 plus R over N NT. The business math say MT, sorry. And then A equal to PERT. Which one do we use for continuously? The PERC one, right? Continuously is PERC. And the other one is for the longer one, 1 plus R over N NT. So go ahead and plug in the formula for me, please. And then we can check the answer. Make sure you know how to put in the calculator also. 22, 54, 66. Okay, if you don't know how to do it, please let me know. I don't have the answer for the second one, but I can find it real quick. Oh, this is 3.
I was gonna say watching.
As well.
The PERT one is 2,255. That's what I got.
Say it one more time.
2,255.
Can you do 2 decimal places? Do you still have that number?
Yeah, it's 2,254.99.
Yes. So usually money they want 2 decimals. Are we okay with that?